Hi guys, Peter Finch here and welcome down to the beautiful Archerfield and the next video in the series with these two absolutely wonderful gentlemen. We have Gary Nicol and Karl Morris, and we're talking about the lost art of playing golf. And in the first video we covered subjects like gratitude and, well, a whole host of other things, and I'll link it within the video here somewhere where you can check it out. So that is part one, and on this second part, who's going to lead us off? What we're going to be chatting about?
Well, I think what we're going to do here, you're going to play the par 5 6th hole. It's all very well. The easiest thing to do would just be to reach into your bag, pull out the driver, give it a whack and see what happens. Good luck with that. Yeah, I think we've all been there, we've all tried that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I think that, again, what we have to ask is, what is the shot here? What is the shot from the tee? What does that shot look like? What's a really good shot look like? What's the strategy for playing this hole? What's going to give me the best chance to make 3, 4, 5, whatever your target is. Once you've got a very clear intention of what the shot is, then if you ask the question, what does a good shot look like? Once you've got a very clear picture in your mind of what that shot looks like, you're going to be a much better place to actually go ahead and create that shot.
I think one thing worth mentioning, Pete, is that most people, or a member of a golf club, you'll play the same course over and over again, which is fine, but the brain tends to habituate. We just get used to it. We pull the same clubs out on the same hole because that's what we always do. You know, one of the things that we'd be keen on people to do is to kind of look at your own golf course through fresh eyes. Look at it in a way that you maybe not looked at it before, and really drill down into, could you play holes differently? Could you adjust your strategy? Because we think there's so many players could save so many shots just by thinking about the golf holes differently. If everybody watching, I guarantee, at the club that you play regularly, you'll probably have a couple of, as we call them, bogey holes. Yeah. You know, there's a whole library of past failures in your brain of how you've messed up on that hole. You know, I think one of the most important things that you can do with that is to change the pattern dramatically. So on a particular hole, if you've failed numerous times with driver, as Gary said, it might just be something crazy, like a couple of times play the hole with a 4-iron, a 5-iron off the tee. Just do something differently so you're creating a different story in your brain for that particular hole. That plays.
Right.
Middle of the fairway is never a bad spot.
Middle of the fairway is never bad, but it wasn't.
No danger there.
I wanted it 5 yards further left than that.
Acceptance is a wonderful word, a wonderful concept.
Acceptance and gratitude.
So we've come to the 18th hole here, and this is very, very much about strategy. Gary, do you want to explain this hole through, and I'll get some footage of it up as well. It's a bit bonkers.
It's kind of unique as a finishing hole. In fact, it's kind of unique as a golf hole in so much as there are two fairways here. There's the fairway you can see, which is down the left hand side, which kind of would encourage you to play the hole as a big sweeping dog leg, or just over the two little top bunkers we can see from here, there's a hidden fairway. So that gives you an option. You can actually take the kind of shorter route. The problem with that is, if you hit it into the fairway, if you hit it too far through the fairway, you're going to be playing your second shot from kind of long wispy rough.
Okay.
Which means, I mean, you can still find your ball and you can still play it. It's not thick juicy rough, but the problem from playing with the long kind of wispy fescue rough is you can get a real flyer from there. So it does shorten the hole for sure, but there is an element of risk and reward.
The context here is this is YouTube.
Yep.
And I can imagine what people's reaction would be if I went to the left fairway.
Yeah.
So
you didn't come all this way to the layup, did you?
So that's what we're going to do.
All right. Okay, Karl. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Good. Very nice.
Actually, it must just be hanging around with you two. That's what I imagined. This is what I thought.
Breathing the same air, Peter. That's all it is. It's weird because I almost feel more uncomfortable going down the left one than I do the right one.
Yeah, on that left hand
looks
side.
tight.
It's a big wide fairway once you get up there.
Look at those, too dry. Well, I couldn't have hit it, positioned it too much better, really. Still gonna have about 250 in, I think. Going all the way back there, clubhouse to the right. Karl, who designed this place?
It was DJ Russell who designed the course, which kind of leads us into a thought, Pete, that I think would be worth people your subscribers watching this is, if you ask the question, who's your opponent at golf, most people think for a moment and say straight away myself, which is not the right answer. And the next answer that they'll come up with then, they'll say, well, it's the golf course. Still not the right answer, because your actual opponent at golf is the person who designed the golf course architect. Because if you think about it, what does he want you to do, or what does he not want you to do? He doesn't want you to make pars and birdies, otherwise golf courses would just be big fields with no out of bounds, no water, simple approaches. So what we say is become really interested in what the golf course designer is trying to get you to do, and think about it then, how can you outwit the course designer? What can you do with your repertoire of shots, whatever level you're playing at, to actually play the holes in the best possible way to overcome what the course designer is trying to get you to do? And one of the things that we suggest that you do is actually walk the golf course backwards. Sounds a bit crazy, but the greatest golfer of all time, Jack Nicklaus, was something that he used to do. He would start at the 18th green and literally walk the golf course backwards, because what I call it is, when you walk the course backwards, you shatter the illusion. When you look from the green backwards and the fairway backwards, you actually see what the course designer's up to, and you'll see the holes very, very differently, even a course that you know really well. It's a great exercise.
Fantastic exercise.
And the best thing about
it's a real eye-opener for anyone.
The best thing about it is you don't get a single bad shot all the way around.
Don't lose a goal. You always
never lose a ball.
Start and finish with the same ball, exactly. 'Cause it's in your pocket the whole time.
Almost feel like a golfer today.
Yeah, well done.
Right guys, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this video with myself, with Karl and with Gary as well. Make sure that you hop down to the description, check these guys out on their social media, and keep an eye out for the book when it actually drops as well. It should be really good. Guys, thank you so much.
Our pleasure.
For having me.
Thanks for joining us.
And wow, Archerfield, what a place as well. If you're new to the channel guys, or if you're a returning watcher, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and please comment below on everything that you see in today's video. Right.
Thank you. Well done.
Okay, thanks.